Welcome to another episode of Your Time Matters. I am your host, Tammeron, joining you here each week with a cup of delicious, healthy tea. And there's just one magical ingredient inside of my teacup this week. So I'm going to encourage you to stay tuned until the end of this video as I share with you why I chose to put this magical ingredient in my cup for this week ahead. And as one of Canada's top certified astrologers and a certified health coach, I'm here to share with you that we just had the new moon energy in the astrological sign of Gemini. Now, in the sky, this is when the sun and the moon come together in the astrological sky. And remember that the sign of Gemini represents the other. So in astrology, this is about expression and sharing and expressing your ideas, your thoughts, maybe writing, or even just spending time with other people. Now, this could be either people in your neighborhood, it could be family and friends, but it can also be just the reflection or someone being the receiver of your ideas. So, with this new moon energy, I am going to encourage you to ask yourself, what is something that you have felt that you've wanted to express, whether that was a story or writing a song or just writing poetry or making videos? What if it involves something on social media just to get started where you have an audience of some kind? Because when this new moon energy, sometimes this is when our mind gets triggered where we want to do something new or something we've been thinking about for a long time, that we're finally going to have the courage to put ourselves out there and share our ideas. And I know this can be really daunting at times because you've got other people around you that are either going to like it or maybe they're not going to like it. And so it takes a lot of courage to do that. And what I want you to do is to write it down, is to set that goal for yourself and see where you are exactly 6 months from now. Because anything we do with the moon has to do with cycles of the moon. So the new moon is now in Gemini. And that means in 6 months' time, it's going to be in the exact opposite, which is Sagittarius. And so that's when you can become the teacher of something as well. So it is all about expressing our ideas. And so I want you to write it down so that in 6 months' time, you can reflect on what it is you wrote and say, wow, isn't that magical that that happened? Because when we have too much going on in our mind, we have to process that. And I'm going to encourage you as well, if you are writing anything down, to use a pen that has blue ink, because that's more of a protective energy rather than the negative black ink that some people use as well. So that's a little tip for you. And as promised, the magical ingredient that I chose to put in my teacup this week is nettle. And this is what some people call stinging nettle. It is really prickly. It grows rampant in certain parts of Ontario. And it is an herb that is used to help during allergy season, because what it does is it reduces the indications of coughing and sneezing. And this is like an allergy symptom. But what it also does is, because it reduces that, is it creates a sense of calmness. And of course, I've added a dash of raw honey because that will enhance the immune boosting benefits of the nettle tea as well. And when we're in a calmer state, this is when we can connect to our intuition, to really trust our own ideas. And so this is the perfect combination and the perfect herbal tea that I'm going to recommend you use for this week ahead as we're coming out of this new moon energy in Gemini. And of course, if you've enjoyed the information that I've shared with you here this week, I'm going to encourage you to come back again for another episode of Your Time Matters. If you are a woman and you are into a lot of that woo-woo stuff, whether it's talking about astrology or medicinal herbs, even such things as high-grade essential oils, journaling, writing anything down, or even this massive awakening with women in entrepreneurship, I'm going to encourage you to click on the link that is below this video, wherever it is that you are seeing it on social media, because myself, I have been hearing something inside of my head, in my intuition. My dreams have been very strong for the last couple of months. And it was just a way for me to change up how I wanted to get more creative and share a lot of my ideas, my free monthly workshops, my moon gatherings, my expertise in helping women to bounce back from an act of betrayal in a 5-step recovery process, and just so much more. So I have just launched my digital newsletter. Now, this is a 28-page digital newsletter that's going to come out every single month. And inside of that, I have 4 sponsors that I'm starting with. And I want you to meet some of these sponsors and to really watch some of the short interviews that are going to be posted inside of this newsletter, because these are other powerful women that I want you to meet, and I want you to learn more about their business. And also, there's going to be some great prizes, contests, and giveaways. And the ways that you can enter are going to be inside of some of the videos that I'm interviewing people. I'll be posting some of my contests as well. And this is a great way for you to win stuff that is woo-woo, that's going to help you to align with your destiny according to the stars. Because a lot of the videos and things that I talk about are also aligned up what's actually happening in astrology, the things I'm recommending. They're not just random holistic remedies. It's a very thoughtful and meditative process when I put my ideas together. So I want you to help me so that I can connect with millions of people to begin the teaching process, so they can start learning about some of this woo-woo stuff, because we are now in the age of Aquarius, right? And this is what's really going to take over. And so it's a way for people to start learning by reading some of the content that's in my weekly inside of my monthly newsletter. Plus, you're going to be able to connect with other people inside of my online community, and to connect with some of the free events. And it really doesn't matter what age you are. As long as you are an adult and you want to start learning this, you don't have to become a certified astrologer. You don't have to become a certified health coach. But I'm going to start teaching you some little tricks and techniques that I've been using for years, so that you can live a more happier and a more fulfilled lifestyle according to your own astrological birth chart. So this is so much fun. And of course, there's going to be a page at the end of this newsletter where you can work with me privately one-on-one, where there's going to be some fees involved. But again, there's going to be multi-level. So I'm so excited. Again, this is something I've been hearing, and my intuition has guided me to launch it. And the perfect time for me was to launch it during this new moon energy in Gemini. Like, how synchronistic is that? You just can't make this stuff up. So again, this is very new for me. I'm sure it's going to grow and evolve and expand, but it's time for me to launch it. It's time for me to just put it out there, put it out to my friends, my family, start approaching people in my community as well, because that is what is aligning in the astrological sky. Get that? So again, I look forward to connecting with you. Feel free to share these videos each week, and I'm going to encourage you to sign up for this free digital monthly newsletter. And again, the links are below, that is associated with any of these videos that you're going to see across all of my social media platforms. I look forward to meeting you soon. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.